John Geronimo is here. We were talking about your favorite TV shows from way long ago.
Something I talked about on the radio, KHTK, Marianne. First, it was my 5 favorite TV shows of all time, then my 5 current favorite shows, which just brought the slings and the arrows with The Good Wife. And then that got me thinking, there are awful spin-offs, and I started talking about this on the radio. But there are some good ones. NCIS has got a spin-off that's pretty good. The CSI spin-offs, generally speaking, I don't like the New York one, but I like the Miami one. So I got to thinking, what are the worst spin-offs of all time? So here we go, and of course you can chime in, gang, on Facebook. I love me a good list. Number 5, the worst spin-off of all time. Number 5, this is from Cheers. And oh, look at how attractive that is on the side of me. Do you even remember the Tortellis?
Oh, yeah.
Briefly. Briefly.
This was with Rhea Perlman.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's wife and her husband. It was awful. That's number 5. Let's go right to number 4 on the worst spin-offs ever. And I got to tell you, there's a soft spot in my heart for Three's Company. And I love the Ropers, but I like the Ropers on Three's Company. I didn't like the Ropers as the Ropers. That's number 4. Now, number 3, this is going to be open to debate, and this is why these lists are so subjective. Joni Loves Chachi. This really could have been the number 1.
She made it bad because she's bitter. Have you seen her interviewed lately? She is an angry Joni.
Wow.
Have you seen her?
No.
Ooh, she doesn't even want to talk about Chachi.
Really?
What are you talking about now? She doesn't want to talk about Chachi.
Now she doesn't want to talk. She is an angry Joni. Yeah, exactly. Joni not liking Chachi anymore.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Oh.
That is number 3. Here's number 2. And again, a lot of people are going to say this could have been number 1.
All right.
From Friends, who doesn't remember Joey?
Oh, yeah. For just a minute.
Was that a show?
Yes, it was. And it walked right into the Friends time slot, and this guy had the world handed it to him, and it's gone.
Wow.
But without a doubt, now listen, you got to hear me out on this. The worst spinoff ever, put it up there, Aftermath.
Oh.
Do you remember how awful this show was?
Yeah.
First off, MASH started to make the wrong turn when Klinger started dressing like a guy and stopped wearing dresses.
Yeah.
And then they all left, and you've got Colonel Potter, and you've got Father Mulcahy, and you've got Klinger, and I think they were at a hospital stateside, and it was just bad news. Listen, if you think you've got one that's as bad or worse, get on our Facebook page. And also, I've stumbled down into a website with awful pirate jokes. For instance, why was the pirate drafted by the Kings?
Why?
Because he had a great hook shot.
Oh. We could use that.
What do you call a pirate who can't conduct a good raid? The pillage idiot. Why do all pirates have eye patches? Chuck Norris. Awesome. No, it has nothing to do with the TV list, but see you on Facebook, everybody. Tell me what the worst spin-offs are of all time.
Oh, we've got one more, too. We decided rather than looking back, we're going to look into the future. What will become the worst spin-off of the future? 10 years from now, the worst spin-off will be The Good Husband.
Oh,
oh man. Wow.
You know what? Say what you will, but I make a darn good-looking woman. It could be Alicia. Oh, Will, I can't wait for those elevator doors to close so we can hold hands again. I guess I'm the only one that watched The Good Wife that tracks with that from their last episode.
Although you in a dress is kind of cool.
A little bit interesting, yeah. Doug's kind of, you know, looking at him.
How you doing?
Hey, Marcus Allen needs a couple of friends to hang out with this morning, and if you're dressed like a pirate, all the better.
Absolutely. He is offering a free movie for you at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento. Morning, Mark. Where's everybody?
Hold on, I got to... they're outside. Believe me, I had to work my way in here. I needed this not so much because of the pirate crowd, but because of some random people that showed up, fans and whatnot. Hey, Jason, come here for a second. This is Jason. Jason's a longtime employee here at the Esquire IMAX Theater. I want to start off with some reality TV before we do the real TV. So I follow him on Facebook. Can you edit for morning television what you posted on Facebook this morning?
Basically, F my life. I have to be at work at 6 a.m. and my boss is making me dress like a pirate.
Wow, nice.
But you got to admit, you pull it off. Like me, I look like I'm going to have dinner at Headhunters and go across the street and dance at Faces like this. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I'm just saying it's a totally different look. But you look, you rock the puffy shirt.
Didn't I see you there last weekend, Mark?
I told you there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. All right, can we open the doors? Since I flipped the switch and opened the door.
I like how you're holding the microphone with your hook.
Yeah.
I got nothing going on. All right, stop making out and come on in. Pirates, enter!
Come in.
All right, so what we got here is a free screening of the Esquire IMAX presentation of the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And, you know, if you can make it... It's going to be a great show. All right, thanks for making the switch. All the hits without the rap. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Come on. All right, we're going to play a game coming up a little bit later on. Who's a pirate and who just hangs out here? What do you say? Look at this guy. Look at the joy. Look at the joy in his face.
There it is. Manufactured joy.
Come on in. Come on in. Anyway, coming up in a little bit, the biggest world premiere in the history of world premieres, the most money Disney has ever shelled out, took place over the weekend. Ashley Williams takes you to the big world premiere with Johnny Depp and the rest of the cast next hour. And we'll start this thing. Back to you guys.
Yep, it is underway here in about 20 minutes at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento. So if you live, a block away, you probably have time. 1211 K Street right there in downtown.
Tina McCoy.